From the Washington Post, teen boys rated their female classmates based on looks. The girls fought back. So here we have a high school, or this teen, is it a high school or it might be a middle school? I don't know.
It's a high school.
It's a high school. All right. So the boys created a list, or they were comparing girls based on looks, and they were saying this girl's a 5, this girl's a 7, this girl's a 10. And the girls found out, and they decided to cry to the principal and cry to the administrators. They wanted the boys punished, and I guess one of them got punished, and then they're like, that's not good enough, and they decided to organize a sit-in. So they've learned. These are the future feminists of tomorrow. They went to a sit-in at the administrators to demand change. And so they had like a fucking pep rally where everyone got to tell their stories, and all these girls gave their stunning and brave speeches about how toxic masculinity is and how toxic school is because girls are judged for their looks. Now, after all of this, so now these girls have cried to the principal, they cried to the administrator, they got to get their 15 minutes of Me Too fame, and now they've had articles written about them in the Washington Post. Here is the $1 million question. Are boys going to stop judging girls by their looks because of any of this?
No.
No.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
Not a chance in hell. Like, you accomplished nothing other than filleting your own ego. You're like, we fought back against men judging women by their looks. No, you just shame them for judging, but they're still going to. No one's like, you're not going to shame men into thinking ugly girls. Like, I don't know, like, let's zoom in. Let's zoom into this article. So the girl on the left has man face. The girl on the middle has man face. The girl on the right doesn't have man face, but she's a flat justice, as it's colloquially known. So we got man face, and flat justice. So unfortunately for the man face, there's no cure for man face. You kind of just got to like put some makeup on and hope for the best. Flat justice can just put tissues in her bra and she'll be all right. You know, I'm just being real with you. I'm being real with you, ladies. Now you could be like, oh my gosh, TFM is sexualizing minors. Hashtag report. You see what I'm talking about, though? Like, nothing, that won't change anything. Nothing will change with you reporting fucking, like, these high school boys being reported for judging these girls on their looks. Didn't change shit. Nothing, like, you can't stop men from judging women by their looks. Just like you can't stop women from judging men based on their income. No one's talking about that either.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying they just got mad because they found out what their rating was.
Oh yeah, no shit. You think the 10s complained to the administrator? No, the fucking 10s didn't complain. The 5s complained. The 3s, fucking again, man face and flat justice. They're the ones who complained to the administrator. But look, you have man face. I'm sorry you have man face. We can't all win the genetic lottery.
Now, here's the thing: when the article or when the headline of the article claimed that they fought back, the initial thought in my head was like, oh, they went up and beat the boys, or at least they try to come back at the boys by rating them. But nope, what they did is that they just complained. That's pathetic.
They complained to the administrator.
That's not fighting back.
Well,
fighting back.
That's how feminism works. They don't like try to show, like in movies where there's like the underdogs, and in the end they come together and they beat the bully team. Like those high school movies about the sports teams where they always end up beating the prep team or whatever, the team with all the good players, by coming together and learning how to work as a team. If this was some kind of Disney movie, that's what they would have done. But these boys are judging us. We're going to show them. And here's what would have, in a Disney movie, these girls would have gotten makeovers. And they would have showed the girls how beautiful they are, and then the guys would have apologized for underestimating them. Like a she's all that kind of transformation. But meanwhile, back in the real world, all he did is fucking cry to the government. In this case, the school administrator, which is the government, because the school is a branch of the government. So yeah, they cried to the government, and they made the government have a fucking rally where they got to talk about how violated they feel and shame the men for judging them on their looks. And that's it. Oh, problem solved. We shamed men for judging women by their looks. Now men will stop judging women by their looks. No, dumbass. They're going to stop talking about it. It's not going to change. Like, you're not a 10. You're shaming men for calling you a 5 doesn't make you a 10. You're still a 5.
Right, and I just want to point out, it says in the list that the list ranks the girls ranging from 5.5 to 9. I presume it's out of 10. It just shows how the guys are not having any innate bias when judging towards the girl's attractiveness. That while compared to nowadays, most females or most women would judge the bottom 80% men as not even worthy to look at them.
Right. Now, again, it's just kind of centrism 101. So judging women by their looks is wrong, but women will judge a man by his income. No problems there. In fact, they actually tried, I don't know if this passed, they tried to make it rape if you lie about your job on a date. Like, if you tell a girl you're rich and she fucks you and it turns out you're not rich, they were trying to classify that as legit rape. Like, you will go to jail for lying about your income to a girl in order to get laid. Like, so judging a woman by her looks. Now, women can wear makeup. They can get plastic surgery. They could stuff their bra. That's not rape. In fact, they can lie about being on birth control. It's the double standards are fucking out of control. So a woman lies about being on birth control, no crime. A man takes his condom off, that's stealthing, that's rape. Women mask their ugliness with makeup and plastic surgery. In fact, I've seen these transformations on YouTube where women are actually wearing latex paint, like a fucking Halloween costume, like the kind of paint you use for like movies, like movie style latex paint over their face to cover up all their blemishes and warts and shit. And it looks like they're wearing a mask that's so real it looks like their real face, but then it shows them peeling it off like a fucking mask, and underneath they're covered in zits and shit. That is deception, but that's not rape. But if you lie about your income and she fucks you because she thinks you're a millionaire, that you're a rapist. This is what women want. It's so fucking dumb. So, like, this is why no one fucking wants your dumb ass. This is why people are abandoning you for waifus. It's because this is what you do. And these girls, like, you know who the real victim here is Flat Justice, because she's not that bad looking.
There's
she
a
could have had a
video
future.
of a woman attempting to kill a police officer in a police station with a knife. It took 3 officers to get her off him. All she got probation. Send me more dick pics.
No, do not send dick pics to Celestina's Instagram. Do not send dick pics to Celestina's Instagram. But anyway. So, yeah, just ugly women. In fact, Rush Limbaugh, he famously quoted this thing where he's like, feminism was ugly women attempting to enter the mainstream, or something along those lines. That's all feminism is. It's ugly women. It's kind of like, you know what's funny? The projection. Because this is what people say about MGTOW. They're like, oh, MGTOW, you're just a bunch of incels who can't get laid. And it's because that's what feminists are. They're ugly women who can't get laid. But now they're learning, oh shit, like actual desirable men who make a lot of money are going MGTOW because they don't want to get divorce raped. Oh no. I thought you were all a bunch of crazy incels. That's what you thought, huh? Anyway, yeah, so interesting story. And our last article for the show from What's up?
So I just really want to point out the guys got outed by a one-night cock. One cock told a female friend, and this whole thing started, and the entire class of boys got in trouble.
I hope that cuck got his fucking ass kicked, beat his fucking ass. That show no mercy. Like
it says here they meet weekly to discuss how this can be prevented again. These boys.
It can't. You can't. All you're doing, you're gonna basically, it's gonna go underground. The guys are gonna use anonymity. They're gonna use the internet. They're gonna still talk about. They're still gonna judge women by their looks. Are you fucking retarded? How do we stop men from desiring attractive women? How do we get men to like man face? How do we get these boys to like man face over here with her man face? You can't.
My guess is they meet and discuss how to not get caught again.
Well,
no, it's simple. You just use gay bombs.
the girls are meeting to fillet their ego and spread social justice. That's all it is. These meetings are about feminism and social justice. So now, remember when college was SJW bullshit? Now it's high school. Soon middle school. Soon your fucking elementary school kids are going to be talking about social justice and feminism and how oppressed they are. Isn't this wonderful? I can't wait. I can't wait for, like, luckily I don't have to deal with this shit. I just feel bad for, like, kids.
I think I'm dead inside. Am buying a new car soon and going on a Europe tour soon. No happiness. If my friends leave me, I don't feel sad. Only songs trigger my emotion and drive. Is it a blessing or curse? People don't matter. P.S. I had a sad childhood.
Well, damn. That's a pretty existential question. I guess I'd advise you to check out my Red Pill Grief Cycle videos if you haven't checked them out. They might be able to help you. You sound like you might be in the depression stage. So go ahead and check out the Red Pill Grief Cycle. You may find it's beneficial. Anyway, our last article. What's up?
I was going to say real quick about it is going to high school now. Like, my sister got indoctrinated into that shit from a high school class a few years ago.
There you go. So high school is a new college. So all the SJW shit in college is now going to be hitting you in high school. So I don't know what to do. If you're a guy with a young son, like you have to go to high school. It's not like college where you can go to trade school instead. Like, you're mandated because of the bullshit. So,
well, depending on where you live, you might be able to homeschool if that's an option.
Yeah, homeschool or charter school or whatever. Just, it's fucking stupid, man. Again, where's the line? This ends when we end it. This will not end a moment. Like, someone asked me, how bad do things have to be before men stand up? And I'm like, as bad as they need to be. There's no fixed line. It's whenever men are ready to fucking fix the problem, and not a moment before. Until men have felt enough pain where they're like, okay, fuck this shit. We're taking their rights away. It'll keep getting worse. So it's up to you. It's up to you when this stops. You could stop it today. You could stop it in 10 years. Just as soon as you felt enough pain, as soon as you're ready to do what must be done, then the problem's over.
War. War never changes. In the current year, women have declared war on men. Men are not only guilty until proven innocent, but they are not even allowed to prove their innocence. In response to this warfare waged by women, known as feminism, men have sought refuge with waifus, artificial women able to satisfy a man's need for love and sex. Retailers like the Dollhouse began to spread, bringing waifus to men everywhere, freeing them from the enslavement of feminism. Get your waifu today from thedollhouse.com or dc.dollhouse.com if you're in the United States, before they're banned by feminism so they can control men once more. Go to thedollhouse.com and dcdollhouse.com to find your waifu today, before it's too late.
I have an important message for you. For the guys who dream about early retirement and packing their bags for a one-way trip to Asia and say bye-bye to #MeToo, feminism, entitled Women Riding the Cock Carousel, author and MGTOW Luca Venditti has written a book about how to achieve early financial independence and leave the West. He managed to retire on $200K in Asia and is happy to share how he did it. His book will cover in detail the high-yield deposit accounts available and how to capitalize on them for a guaranteed monthly passive income that grows with inflation, an extremely detailed budget breakdown, and much more. The book is called MGTOW's Guide to Retiring on $200K in Southeast Asia. And you can purchase it on mgtowbooks.com and use the promo code
TFM
for an extra 10% off.
Now in 4 formats: PDF, Mobi for Kindle, EPUB, and text-to-speech MP3.